Professor calls black girl a liar about NASA dad, and freezes when he walks in with his space gear. Amina Walker sat in the front row of her college astrophysics class, notebook open, eyes shining with excitement. She was the only black girl in the program, the youngest, and the quietest. But what she lacked in volume, she made up for in brilliance. Still, Professor Aldridge, the man everyone feared, never missed a chance to embarrass her. One morning, the class discussed deep space propulsion systems. Amina raised her hand and gently offered an explanation used by her father, Commander Elijah Walker, a NASA mission specialist and one of the most respected engineers in the entire agency. "My dad works with the NASA Ares program," she said softly. He explained how the new ion boosters. The professor cut her off sharply. "Stop right there." The room went silent. "Ares program," he sneered. "NASA doesn't hire hobbyists' parents. If you're going to invent stories, at least make better ones." The class chuckled. Amina's face burned. "I'm not lying. My father, Miss Walker," the professor barked, "your father is not a NASA engineer. NASA doesn't take average people off the street. Enough fantasies. We deal in facts here." A boy in the back whispered loudly, "Yeah, right. Her dad working for NASA." "Sure." Amina swallowed hard. Her hands trembled. She wished she had proof, but her father was away on a classified assignment. He had been gone for months. Professor Aldridge slammed a book on the desk. "Next time you lie in my class, you're out. Understand?" She nodded, blinking back tears. That afternoon, she went home and cried into her pillow. She wanted to quit. She wanted to disappear. But she remembered her father's words, "When they doubt you, let your work speak louder." So she kept studying. Quietly. Determined. 2 weeks later, the professor announced a surprise challenge. "Tomorrow, we host NASA officials. Presentations are required. And Miss Walker, let's see if your imagination holds up." Laughter echoed around her. The next day, the whole auditorium buzzed with excitement. Students wore their best clothes. The dean was present. Cameras were ready. Amina sat alone, staring at the door, praying her father might somehow return in time. But she knew he was still supposed to be 200 miles above the Earth. Professor Aldridge took the stage, proud as ever. "Ladies and gentlemen, today," the doors suddenly swung open. Gasps filled the room. Standing there, still in his NASA flight suit, helmet under his arm, patches reflecting the stage lights, was Commander Elijah Walker. 6'4". Calm. Powerful. A man who had just landed hours earlier from orbit. The professor's face drained of color. Elijah scanned the room until his eyes found his daughter. Amina stood slowly, trembling. He walked straight to her, placed a hand on her shoulder, and kissed her forehead. Then he turned to the professor. "Which one of you," Elijah said quietly, "called my daughter a liar?" Dead silence. Every student stared at Aldridge. Aldridge stuttered, stepping back. I didn't mean." Elijah dropped his duffel bag. NASA issued tools and mission patches spilled out. "My daughter knows more about astrophysics at 19 than you knew at 40. While you mocked her, she was helping me run simulations during my orbit cycles." He turned to the class. "You should be honored to study beside her." The students erupted in whispers, shocked, humiliated for their professor. Aldridge tried to speak, but Elijah stepped closer. "You doubt my daughter's credibility again, and I'll personally inform the board about your conduct." The professor lowered his head. The dean stepped forward. "Miss Walker, would you do us the honor of presenting first?" Amina walked to the stage. Her father sat in the front, eyes full of pride. And as she spoke, confident, brilliant, unstoppable, the entire room watched in awe. No one laughed again. When she finished, the NASA delegation rose to their feet in applause. Her father wiped a tear. For the first time, Amina realized something powerful: she didn't need anyone to believe in her. Because she already believed in herself. And now, the whole world would too.